We're here at CrossFest 24. I'm sitting with Luuk Van Dijk, who just got off the stage. How are you doing today?
I'm happy. I'm happy. It was nice. I had so much fun. It was 10 out of 10.
Love it.
Yeah, just happy.
Well, I'd love to talk about some of your music. So you just put out an EP. It's called Space is the Place.
Yeah.
Tell me what...
It is the place.
Space is the place.
Yeah.
What inspired the cosmic theme and, the intricacies behind this?
Lately, I'm kind of into progressive stuff, like trancey progressive stuff, like Paramida, Alex Cassian, and I don't know. It's very fun to make music like instead of the casual beats, like beat making. It's so fun to explore and like make music that sounds like space-ish, So I don't know. I just listened to a lot of music, and I was in the studio, and it just happened like that. Sometimes when you're making a track, everything falls together in like a couple of hours, and then you're done, and it's the best feeling ever. Because then when you finish the track, you're just on a pink cloud for like weeks, just like so. And then you listen back to it, and it's like, it's so nice.
Awesome. Yeah. And you've talked about how you love vintage synths.
Yeah.
And I'd love to learn about how that played in the new EP and any new music that you're making.
So basically, I have a very nice studio, and I'm also kind of a lazy producer. So I won't dive all the way into a synthesizer. So I'll just love to buy easy secondhand vintage synths, because it's just nice, and for a couple of €100 you have a cool synth, and it sounds raw, and you just go to the synths, and it's like, it's fun, and you're just sitting and just scrolling to the sounds, and then, oh wait, this is something, and then you just start making something, and then you have a new track. And so it's very easy. Like every couple of months I buy a new synth, and there's just 10 new tracks. So yeah, that's why I like synthesizers.
Is that what breaks the bank?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
He's like, don't remind me.
Yeah, no, don't.
Love it. And you've been touring a lot lately.
So I can't even use them.
Yeah, that's a good point. But you've been touring a lot lately. You're here in San Diego. You're from the Netherlands. Tell me about how your travels have really influenced your music career and just any experiences that you want to share.
I have to say, I really like America. It's really fun, and it's just cool to see how fast you can grow here. I remember this is my 5th time already in San Diego in 1.5 or 2 years. That's crazy, and it's so fun. The thing that's the most fun is that I make friends here, and then I see them again. So at this festival, there are like 2 groups of friends of mine, one from LA and a couple of guys from Washington, and it's so nice that they come here, and I'm on my own, so I travel alone, and then I'm here and I see all my friends. So it's just, I love that. So that's the perks from touring, just making new friends.
Absolutely, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
And I'd love to talk about how you prepare for a set, any rituals that you have before the show.
Well, that's also the thing. Like I like in Holland we call it gezellig. So gezellig. There is no word for it in another language. It's basically cute and nice and cozy. Cozy is the word. So it's gezellig. So I love to, before the gig, go to a restaurant with friends. That's the best thing. I like to eat, I like to cook. So go to a restaurant, drink some drinks, have some good food with friends, talk, and then at some point you're getting to it, and then you go to the club with everyone. That's I love that.
Yeah.
It's so good. That's basically the perfect night. Eat good food, get some drinks in, and then have fun with friends.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And I did want to talk about your record label, and I want to know what's coming up.
So there's actually a lot coming up, and the reason why I started the label, because there is so many labels, but all the labels want top 10 tracks because they want to sell. They want the biggest tunes that there are, and back in the days, it's so many good tracks. It's just groovers, like nothing crazy, and I bumped into the problem that I was making tracks for labels because they wanted a certain sound or a certain big track, and I was like, I just want to make music. And I had fans asking, hey, is that tune coming out? I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do it myself. It's good to use labels to get to grow your audience, but at some point it's also good to give back to the audience and keep them happy instead of searching for labels and waiting. So now I have the freedom to release whatever I want, whenever I want, and that's why I kind of. That's why I started the label, and now the fun thing is I never expected, but people are actually sending tracks, so I'm like, oh, okay. and the thing is, like, Dark Side of the Sun, my label, is like everything. So it's like house music in the most broad spectrum it is. So I just like to release everything. And so yeah, if you have good tracks, send them to me. I might release them.
Amazing. And I'm curious, what makes you pick a song to release, or even just playing a song in a track?
It has to be kind of weird. And it doesn't need to be crazy. I just love weird sounds and tracks that doesn't fit somewhere else. So I always say to the guys that want to release my label, just send a track that you don't know where to send it to. Because that's why I started the label, to release whatever I want. And people send tracks because they listen to what the label released. But we're already past that point. So I already released something like that. So the most fun thing is going into the studio and make something crazy, or just sitting down. And Jamie Jones told me this when I released on his label. He said like, look, I was like, oh, what do you want? What do you want? He was like, look, sit down, have fun, and send it to me. And 2 months later, I got a release on his label. So it really works, and that's the most fun. Making music, and go to a festival is about having fun. So don't get crazy about it. Just sit down, make some fun music.
I love that. So Luuk, what's next for you?
Having fun today. So I'm off now, playing the after party today, and there's a sick lineup. So I'm just gonna hop over the festival and have fun.
All right. Well, let's go dance then. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks.